everyone, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. I'm back with another episode of some Insomniac piecing for some randomness. Because, that's what you do when you can't sleep. You just do something. And there it is, right there. So, hey, don't forget, if you are new to my channel, head down there. There's a red button that says subscribe. Hit that. Ring the bell, get notifications when I'm live. And don't forget to like my video, guys. Liking my videos helps my videos be seen by other people, as well as sharing them to get it out to other quilter friends of yours. I am waiting for this to load. Oh, there it is, finally. I can see some talking up there, but I'm not sure who it is just yet because I can't read the little screen that far. Oh, it's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I was just talking to you. Can you tell I'm in a hyper mode? I think in the middle of the night, I'm way more hyper than during the day. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that, because if I have it right here, I can drag it around the room. All right, guys. So here are my pieces. Like I said last night, which is part 2's video, I said, well, that I was going to go ahead, and I was going to get up for this. I was going to go ahead and trim these down to 9 inches. So now let's just start with one pile so that I can show you. I put them all on this cutting mat so that I can drag them around with me. So here's one of those rows, and they are trimmed. Let me take one off so you can see. This is the width, I guess, and this is going to be the length from here to here. I trimmed the width to 9 inches. Now, I kind of got a little moved around, so I guess I'll just restack them, because what I'm going to do is 4 of the 7, there are 7 piles of 7. So this is one pile. Hold on a second. I got to count one more time, making sure I'm not messing up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There are 7 piles of 7 pieces. So I have decided that 4 of the 7 piles I'm going to cut into 4.5-inch strips. Okay, so since they're 9 inches right now, they are perfect for 4.5. They will be exact. So I'm just cutting them in half. So 4 of the piles, hopefully they all didn't get messed up like this. It was kind of crooked. So 4 of these piles will be 4.5-inch strips by whatever the length is, because they are all different lengths. Remember, some have 4, some have 3, and some have 2 of my colors in here. And then we're going to lay it out on the floor, and we'll use the 2-inch strips to separate, adding them together. So one from each pile we're going to lay out into the rows, and then I will have no matching seams throughout the whole entire thing. So I'm going to lay this on a line right here on the cutting mat, make sure everything's nice and flush, even though I'm using my ruler as well. All right, so it's on there, and I'm going to cut 4.5 inches off of this, which is going to make this 2 halves. So I'm just going to randomly choose these piles as well. So I'll line this up on 4.5. Right there. I'm going to use my arm as the weight, and I'm just going to, it's a lot of seams. Now I have 2 4.5-inch piles, and I'm going to keep these together because I want one from each pile. So this came from the same set, so I'm going to keep it together like that. And then I'm going to move it and grab another stack. 4 stacks are going to get this specific cut. So I'm just putting it over on the ironing board for now, and I'm grabbing another set of 7 pieces, and hopefully they are not messed up. Ooh, look at that. Nope, they're just a little wonky right there. For the most part, they're nice and flush. 9 inches. I'll line them up kind of on a line, as best as possible. Look at, they line up so nice. I'm going to cut this pile now into a 4.5-inch strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, the half mark. Hold on. My phone was having that little thing. I was hoping my video wasn't spinning. That's what it's doing on my phone, but it could just be my internet. All right, again, I'm holding my arm. And I'm pressing a little hard with my cut because I do have to go through all these layers when I get to the center. So I'm just going to take this pile, put it on top, and now put it over here. So I'm doing this to 4 stacks, and I can't turn the camera every time. So I'll go ahead and grab another stack. I'm going to cut it down to a 4.5 inch stacks. So these are 2s. There's only 2 on here. I'm trying to keep it nice, but also at the same time, it's kind of like a scrappy, I guess, but in a controlled scrappy manner. Because, well, this is just Insomniac piecing. All right, one more pile. Let's do this one right here with 3 pieces in it. They mostly stayed nice because I transferred them by sliding them from one cutting mat to the other to keep them nice. All right, I'm going to hold it down, make my cut, and now all 4 stacks have been cut. So now, just going to take this over. And this is the part that you guys want to see. My ass, because I'm going to tip the camera down and bend over and play on the floor. So I'm going to turn that off so that I don't have a halo above my head, which it kind of looks like I do. Oh, and don't mind me. I am in my pajama pants. I do have my shirts now, so I can always wear my awesome shirt. Okay, so I'm going to tip this so that you can see what we got going on here. Give me 2 seconds. All right, so there's my 7 piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now I'm going to take 1 from each stack, and we're going to start laying them out on the floor in rows. So let's make sure that you can see the whole floor. Right about, is that good, Michelle? Is that a good amount right there? All right, and I'm going to take my phone down to the floor with me, and I'm just going to kind of, what I'm going to do is just crawl around. This is not what you really want to do after midnight, but I'm curious as to how this is going to come out. So I'm going to take 1, I'm going to crawl over here and grab 1 from each pile, and I'm going to start laying them on the floor. So I'm going to start with this one. So there's 1 from that pile. And I'm going to grab a different one from every pile because I don't want the same colors over and over. And in between, you also got to remember, in between all these rows that I'm going to be laying down will be the yellow buttercream color sash. Like, I'm going to put a strip between them all. So if it looks separated on the floor, that's because there's going to be another strip of the buttercream color. So let's grab the next one. I'm just going to lay it there. One, 2, 3. Oh, you know, I can't do it that way. I just realized right now I at least need 7 per row. That's right. Okay, so I need 7 per row. I know what I'm doing wrong. I was wondering why it was kind of looking dumb. Sashing in between, I like it. Yes. So this is this pile. I know what I just did wrong. This is second, and this is first. Okay, so that's the second, and that's the first. So I'm just going to take this whole pile. In theory, they should all line up. Hopefully. So it would be 1. We'll put it here. 2, 3, 4, every row should be the same. 6. And I gotta go over more. This is gonna be long. Very long. Okay. So those are all laid out. Now grab the next set of halves. No, holes. I have to do holes. In between needs to be halves. Huh. Yeah, that's right. Now I know what I'm doing. So my in-betweens will be like this. Let's choose random. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6. And remember, sashing will be between them. And 7. Like that. And then the next 7. Next 7 will be here. And also there'll be sashing. Also there will be sashing in between all these rows as well. Just wait. I'm creating here, guys. I'm in the zone. In the zone. So that one will be there. Next pile. Let's do these ones. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's a big mess right now, I know. I think this thing is going to be pretty darn big. Let me check the comments. All right, yes. Hello, Brenda. Hi, Vicky. Hi. Let's see. I sure appreciate you all being up with me while I sew too. Yes, it's Insomniac Sewing. I think this is going to become a regular series because I'm always awake anyway. And having more videos is actually good for my channel. And one more. This is going to be one really big quilt. So this will go here. Oh my God, this thing is going to be huge, guys. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why that wasn't long enough. 7. Next, this one. Another set of 4s. I'm under the camera now. That's how far it's going. All right. Grab another set. Take off 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And these 7 go for the next one. It is going to be large, Tiffany. We make big quilts. Yes, it's going to be enormous, definitely. All right, so we'll put these down. And to think it was only 49, like 9-inch squares to begin with, not 10-inch. They weren't 10-inch, so I turned them into 9-inch. And yeah. So this is going to take up more than the floor space that I have, I think. Especially when I start sewing the pieces in between. And on the ends. All right, so that piece will go here. The last 2 rows will go here. Oh my God, this thing is huge, guys. I'm going to wait to put all those in. Let's put some big ones in now. And I'm trying to pay attention. Hi, Jim. Yes, Brenda keeps saying hi, Elle. Nice to know you're there. And it's going to be large. All right, let's throw some of these other ones in now. You guys get to stare at my butt in between. This one. And remember, sashing is going between them. I don't want that one there. No way. There. This one over here. This one. Go here. That one there. I'm running out of floor space, but we're going to pretend I have it for a second. All right. Here. And sashing will be between them. All right, so I'm going to have to shrink this a little, which is good because it's huge. There. We're going to take these back this way now. Put one here. Here. That's too many of those right there. This is the fun part. Trying to figure out how to put it. See, now I'm just kind of doing whatever. Here. There. All right, let's put this here, like this. Oh, I want that there. I want that there. Or that there. Let's put this one. That. 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 That one. This one. This one. This one. Nope. This one. Nope. Nope. Yep. I'm having fun with this, guys. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Plus, they're all going to be sashed. I just need to make sure I have it where I want it. All right, so we can have 2 piles of stripes next to each other, I guess. Because that's the only way to fill this out more. Because these will have to shrink. If I hook these 2 back together, then these will have to shrink down. No, they won't, because they'll have sashing. That's right. So yeah, I can just put these anywhere now. I think it's going to look cool. Once everything is joined. Hi, Michelle. 5th and final quote for grandkids. Woohoo! This is the design project. I missed what they are like. French General. I have a jelly roller. All right, so I'm just gonna start throwing these all in. There's gonna be sashing between everything anyway, so this is gonna be just as random as I can get it. I want that one there. Put that one there. That one there. We're gonna shrink this down now. This. Because there's going to be sashing anyway, so see how long they end up. This one, I'm crawling on it. Let's take all these ends off, slide those down, this up here, that way. Look at that. We're going to see what happens here. That's 3. We'll go one at the top too. I want 3 there. I want 2. Let's slide all this down. Alright, so I'm still designing here on the floor. You guys get to watch me designing from the floor. Great, you have grandchildren on the Christmas gifts. I said hi to Michelle, right? Yes, I think I did. Alright, so let's take this row away real quick. Slide these down. Slide this down. Like that. Okay. I know what I'm doing here. Remember, they're all going to get sashing. In between. Exactly what they have already, but. And then at the ends, I'll have the buttercream color, you know, to fill the empty space between the lengths. So we're just going to kind of get it as even as possible. All right, so now we'll throw a second row in right here. And the sashing will be in between every row as well. So it'll still look pretty cool. Now slide this down. So now there's 2 in between there. And now we're going to take all this. See, I'm changing it up as I go. 2 in between. So let's slide these down. Slide all this up a little. Out of the way. So that we can have a double right here as well. I can't see the phone either right now. It's way over there because it's on the charger. So give me a few minutes to. Okay. Slide this back down. And then do the second. Second row right here. Okay. I think I'm on a roll here. Double, 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 double. Ends with double. No, it can't end with double. It has to end with only one row at the top and one row at the bottom, huh? Because I have way more of these still. So I guess the top's getting a double also. And I really can't reach up here because I went too high. Alright. We'll just lay them here. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll fix the rest in a second. Okay, so there's the general idea of what I'm doing, but they're all going to get sashing in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how we got that go, but what I'm going to do, all these 2.5 or 2-inch strips that I cut, I'm going to go ahead and close this out of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and subcut 9-inch for joinings, and then I'll just cut a bunch of 9-inch, and then once all the 9 inches have their sashing in between, then whatever's left over, I'll just cut those in half to 4.5 inch for the other joiners, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to start with a ton of 9-inch strips. So I'm just going to line them up nicely. Can you tell I'm out of breath from crawling around on the floor? Seriously. All right. Michelle has not started any quilts for grandchildren yet. Mine were 4 last year. Glad to be almost done. I'm behind 2. Brenda Pretty. Michelle, wow. What fabric line is this? I have no idea. Let me just pull up a piece so that you can see. I'll just pull up 2. So here's one. So it has like fuzz on it. So some of them are like a maroonish color. I have to hold it in the light just right, with some leaves. And then we have like a more of in the pink tone of it, but they're all in the same colorways. And another one of those. And then they're all like in different colorways. So we had the big rose and flower. I forgot what those are called. God, I don't remember the name. And then they have these. And I just so happened to pick up ones that are repeat ones. There was also other flowers. This is on brown, but it has all the pinks. I didn't have a name for this because I didn't have the actual packaging. It was donated to me to make something with. So, yeah. Since I don't have the packaging, I could not tell you exactly what it is. But it's something. I wear a garment with that big flower. That's cool. So I don't know what it is though, but whose line it is, but I don't know. I guess you can look it up. Browns and pinks and mauves and red, not reds, but maroonish colors and pinks. I don't know. I don't know how we'd find it. Just fabric line that has big flowers and then go through them all. I don't know. I don't know how to find stuff. When I get stuff donated, most of the time it doesn't have anything on it. So I would never know. Trying to make sure that I can get the whole strip, because I think I'll get 2 and then some 4.5s. I'm going to count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 16, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So 3 in each pile should be good for now. Okay. So I'm going to get all of my 9-inch and 4.5-inch cut because I think this should be enough. And then the rest of them will be for attaching the long rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? Actually, we're going to take away some of this. Just in case. I don't want to cut too much and then my connector sashing be messed up. Remember, this is just me doing whatever, mumbling to myself while you guys listen so that I can have a recording if I ever want to make this again. Because so far it's looking pretty darn awesome. All right, let's come over 9 inches. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Line it up, line it up, line it up. So there's a bunch of 9-inch connectors. And then we're going to do some 4.5-inch right here. And yes, I'm using my ruler sideways. There's going to be a lot of the 4.5s needed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, half, cut. Good. Let's see how many 9s I can get from this. I need a few more 9s. That's 8. That's not going to work. So let's open them up. And I cut on the lump in the middle as well. No big deal for me. So we'll get some more 9s from this. Lay it out. Come over the 9. And these are 2-inch strips that I'm cutting, just for a reminder of myself. Now the rest can be 4.5, because it needs a lot of 4.5-inch joiners. And this goes in my little stack over there. And we'll cut some more 4.5, because I don't think I need much more 9s. So let's cut 4.5. And join all these little fellas. Alright, that's all I need for now. The rest we'll see what we need as I go. So we're going to start with the big rows. That pretty colors. I wore around with that. I would wear. Oh, you would wear. Okay. I'm going to start by just picking up off the floor and just bringing it over here. All the big one, the bigger pieces, not the ones that I cut into 4.5-inch strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was that closer row. I'm always out of order when I do this. I kind of just do my own thing now. Okay, so there's the second row. Okay, there's the next one. All right, so I have now picked up all the big rows, and we're going to connect those together. Let's get some sewing done. Wow, I got 12 of you here, 12 insomniacs to hang out with. So awesome, so awesome. All right, just going to take a piece, put it on, sew it on. I'm only going to finger press everything right now. Oh, it would help if I was binding earlier, so my stitch length is totally not what it's supposed to be. There we go. I also have an orange color, peach, the color peach in my bobbin because earlier I bound and I needed a bobbin color to be different than my top. All right, so here's one. Let's attach the next. Right side's over onto the sashing piece that's going in between every block. finger pressing to the dark. Every time, finger pressing to the dark. Grab the next sashing, throw it on. And the end pieces that I'm going to cut to level everything out. Okay, so this is how I've decided in my head just now that I laid all this out. I'm going to shape it all to where it comes in a row, and the sides will have either a 9-inch big piece of this solid color that I have right here. You can see it's on the bolt. It'll have the 9-inch and or 4.5-inch, so it'll stagger, you know, and I'll try to center every row that I've made. That's exactly what I have just decided right now. So that's how it's going to go. And then in between, because it's going to be big, it's going to come out big. In between every row is also going to get the sashing as well. So this thing would be 100% random, scrappy, strippy, happy. I think I'm going to even name this quilt. I'm going to call it the Insomniac. Remember that, Tiffy. Remember that. Because I don't know if I'm going to watch this later, but if I do watch my video to read comments, I will hear me calling this quilt the Insomniac. That's going to be the name of it. Perfect name for a quilt. The Insomniac. Who wouldn't want to cuddle with an Insomniac quilt? Maybe it'll change you from being an insomniac and help you sleep. So much fun. So much fun. That sounds awesome. Yes, it does. Has anybody else heard of a quilt that somebody named the Insomniac? I haven't. So I'm just lining these up, sewing them on. It might take a little while to get all these rows situated. Once they're all situated, I'll lay them out, and that's how I'll know how big of an end cap I need to make for every row to be even. I'm definitely having fun, though, just doing all this randomness. Like, so much fun. So much fun. All right, next. Oh, duh, need this first. Need this first. And I'm not going to put one at the beginning and the end because those are going to get big pieces anyway. So I'll leave the beginning and end of every row open so that it can get the however big of a piece to make everything level. And I'll do all those measurements pretty much all finger pressed instead of pressing. So it'll be probably a 1/2 inch off here and there just because I finger pressed. But when I'm finished, I will iron the whole entire pieced quilt that I made, the top, and then fold it in 4s and then trim it to where it's all one size. And I'll just trim that funky 1/2 inch that will end up because I finger pressed. So row 1 done. Isn't that look awesome? They're all different sizes and all different orders. So I'm going to lay this down here for now because I know what I'm doing. I'm going to grab the next one and I'm just going to keep going. That sounds awesome. Need one called Organized Chaos. That's cool too. Definitely. It's even awesome. This is definitely Organized Chaos. I'm very organized about it, but I'm definitely making a disaster. But I'm definitely turning this disaster into something that somebody's going to want to cuddle with. And I don't want that one there. Let's put this one there. Now it doesn't matter where they land because I'm going to lay it all out one more time once they're all joined and make sure that it looks okay before I put all the rows together with their sashing as well. And since they're all strips of different sizes, you know what I mean, in between, what's going to happen is once there's the sashing in between the rows, it's going to make it even more, I don't even know the word for it. It's just going to make it even more fun. So I'll just put all these together for now. I got to make sure I get as much done as I can, though, because in the morning the kids will be here and they're going to want to play with all my stuff and mess it all up, because that's what they do. But they're just kids, and that's what kids do. Hey, I dropped one on me. Warm hugs are what quilts are. Exactly. The quilt that I sent my brother when I made my brother a quilt, it said, when you're alone and you're cold and you're feeling very old, or something like that. It was like a little rhyme that I put on his tag. Pick me up and wrap me around your arms, so that you know. It says something like that. I seriously swear it's the funniest thing. It's cute because it's pretty much saying, cuddle me, without cuddle me, because it's a long little poem for a quilt. That's what I put on my brother's. Only because he's a grown man, and I thought it would be cute to just make it funky, because he's a single grown man. But yeah, on family personalized quilts, I've changed it up. I actually put personalized notes on the tags for them. I'm on the next piece. What am I doing? I'm talking myself into a mess here. Come on. I want this one first. This is going to be so fun. So fun. And random. How's my video quality tonight, guys? My screen kind of looks funky. Does it look funky for you guys? I mean, it does look clear, but in a funky, clear way, I guess. It's not as clear as when me and Michelle were just talking on video chat before I came live. As you guys know, Michelle is my bestie, and we talk all the time. So we were live chatting on Facebook, and that's such a clear quality video. I was showing her all the projects I need to get done, and all the stack of already done pile that needs to go get sold. My pile that's going to be listed with all of them for sale. Scott does all the for sale stuff for me, so all I have to do is get all the photos taken of everything and make it look cute, like the baby crib ones. I have a crib in my house, so I'm going to use the crib as its backdrop to take my for sale pictures so that it looks cool. And anyone that is a throw for a couch, I'll throw it on the couch and make it look like a cool little picture. Just got to clean the toys up in the living room to do it. And or I could just go out in the garage, hang everything on a line with a white backdrop, and take a normal picture. Which is how I used to put all my quilts for sale. But I kind of think that things sell better in a more realistic photo. People are like, oh yeah, would that look good on mine? Blah, 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 you know? All right. Hi, Shelly. Clear here. Clear here. Oh, on the video. Okay, good. I said hi, Shelly, right? Sometimes I don't remember within like seconds of saying something. All right, so that's all finger pressed. The next row is now put together. So it's all random size. This thing is going to look so awesome. Ugh. grab another set. Put this down next to me too. Oh, there's my snips. The baby's always moving my stuff. Whew. So is anybody else sewing like me right now? Or are you guys just watching from bed? Because you can't sleep. And you saw, oh my God, Tiffany's on. Let's finish watching this series that she started and see what happens. I know a lot of you come on because you're curious to see what ends up happening when I make something. I don't like that one there. I want this one. I'm like moving them around as I go because it's not going to matter. They're going to have sashing in between, but I don't want too much color too close to another color, if that makes any sense. I want to equally spread it out. Oh, I'm going to have to cut more 9-inch. I didn't think I would, but I'm going to have to. Okay, so I know you guys have noticed right here, my scissors hanging from my little sugar quilt skull. Oh my God, what is it called? What is this thing called with the string? I don't know, whatever it is. Anyway, most people use the cutter on the machine, but sometimes, I mean, I got so used to using the cutter to make it quick with the video, that right there, the automatic cutter, that I stopped using scissors to pull away. But I put this here so that I can, hold on, you'll see right now, in case these scissors disappear because the kids throw them everywhere. I did. Hold on. We'll see right now. I did this so that I can take these and they're not lost. If I can just grab them just right. Snip my thread. But I think it's in like the wrong position because I can snip, but I don't know. I was trying to think of a better way to keep them besides on my body because I don't wear pants to hook it to. I guess I could hook it to my shirt, but then it would probably pull right here with scissors hanging from it, you know? All right, hold on a second. Hi. I'm determined to get this checkerboard quilted by this morning. You're still on the checkerboard quilt? My goodness. You're using one of these though, right? The Juki TL2010Q, and you're using it, you have it turned front way for free motion quilting, right? Is that what you're doing, Brenda? Bob Kin, okay. Tiffany, you are right about the photos being taken in a natural room or outside. That is what make me want to make that quilt, right? Okay. I like taking the pictures outside of finished quilts on the ground. But the bigger the quilt is, the harder it is to take the pictures because you guys know that I have rock in my backyard. Also, my backyard is a hill. It goes down. And the rocks, when you go to step on them, because I have really bad hips and like my sturdiness isn't correct, I step on the rocks and the rocks kind of want to slide. So it takes me sliding with it. So we cover the rocks with sheets, which provide just a little bit of help to step on it, and it also keeps the quilt from getting dirty. But I kind of want to take pictures like at the park or something on the grass or on a bed, which the only bed in this house that doesn't have the my room has spray paint on the wall that says "Marry Me." You guys have seen it. I told you the story. Well, for photo purposes, if I take pictures on my bed, which is a queen size, the background looks too tacky for me. I need a clean, minimalist person's room to take the photos. You know, the only other setting to take photos is on all these clothesline things that I set up in my room here. But I kind of like more outdoor type photos of quilts. I think it makes it look more desirable to either make or purchase. If that makes it, it catches your eye because you can see where the natural setting of that quilt fits. So like that pink quilt that I made, that's all pinks, that would look cute being in a picture with a little girl or a woman dressed in a pink dress. You know what I mean? Not on a bed, but outside at the park, just covered up with it with the natural trees in the background kind of thing. Those baby quilts would look good with their photos taken in a crib because that's what they're used for, you know, to show the size, really. I don't know. And they would also look good being taken like take the picture on a swing set or something, hanging over the swing set or whatever, just kiddie type stuff, or with a teddy bear sitting on it on a chair or something. I don't know. But I really need to learn how to take photos of my quilts when they're finished so that it grabs the attention so that they sell. Make sense? I could also buy one of those photography. I don't know if you guys have seen it. They have one at the quilt shop where they hang the next block of the month projects. It's a big photography stand that holds the canvas that they take photos with someone in front of, and they take little cute baby photos, and they can make the backdrop whatever they want. I need one of those because the top has a pole and it has these special hooks, and I can clip quilts to it anywhere, and it comes in a bag and you can just drag it anywhere. But I don't have like $70 for this stupid stand, so unfortunately I'm not going to buy one. But that would be the best thing, and I could take it anywhere and take pictures in front of the lake. I could take, you know what I mean? I think it would be cool. And it's just a portable stand, so I need one. Right. And this pesky full-time job slows me down. That sucks. Mine is not really slowed down, but I don't really get to do much while the girls are here. And that's where my whole taking advantage of the fact that I can't sleep comes in. So I started to load the long arm. I got out there. I put the backing fabric on the long arm. It's rolled up. It's sitting out there really nicely. Waiting for me to quilt. Chose my color and everything. But the batting and the quilt top are still sitting on the table. Because I don't know what it was about standing earlier, but I was just like, I don't know. I felt like I just wanted to lay down for a second, close my eyes like this, and just take a deep breath. So I sat down, watched an episode of TV, and then I got hyper again. And that's where this came in. Actually, I talked to Michelle first, then decided to do this because I've been doing this every day at midnight, so why not? All right, this is the last one for this row. I'm slacking here, guys. All the chit chat. All right, I need to cut. Let's see, I have 1, 2, and I just joined 5, so I need 2 more. Okay, let me put this down where it's supposed to go. Right there. Ooh, I don't want it facing that way. All right, put it right there. And I need to cut 2 more. So we're just going to grab 1 strip, cut 2, line it back up, 2 more 9 inches. So let's cut the selvage off first. Hang in there, Brenda. You will retire one day and have all day to quilt, right? Retire in 3 years, 5 months, 29 days. Hang in. I like that you put 3 years, 5 months, 29 days. What, you forgot the minutes? Come on now. Just kidding. I'm messing with you, Brenda. But it's funny that you wrote that. I'm not retired. I'm disabled, so that's why I have so much time to do all this. But let me tell you, if I did work a real job, I would probably still waste all of my awake time stuck in this room. Like, I would seriously have too many problems. Okay, so let's just cut some more 4.5s from the rest of this, because I know I'm going to need them. There's a lot more of those rows to join than there is the big ones. All right. jot this down. Let's join all these together real quick, and then I can move on to the next. Countdown. I'd have to look the app up for exact minutes and seconds. You actually have a retirement app? Is there really such a thing? I mean, I don't know what it would be called, but like When I Retire app? Or is it birthday countdown to what? I don't know. What is retirement age? 65 or is it 67? I know it was changed for Social Security, but I don't remember the actual age number. My dad was all talking about it. I don't want to have to wait. No. So. This was a long time ago too. Yes, I'm going to be 62. So you have to wait till you're 62. 65 then it is? I'm all counting. 3. So 3 years, and that means your birthday is in what? Let's see, hold on, let me guess, because you said 3 years, 5 months, and this is October, November, December, January, February, March. So your birthday is in end of March, early April? Let me know if I'm correct. I'm trying to see how I can catch on to that. Full would be 7. Full retirement is at 70? Really? I guess I've never paid attention to any of that because I don't work. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't work a normal job. Not one that starts with that has retirement abilities. Here is my hair, literally everywhere in this thing. 65 starts Medicare. Oh, okay. Can't you cash out Social Security at any time too? I don't know how that works. Scott told me I should cash mine out because I did used to work a long, long time ago. And I wasn't able to collect one type of disability. I collected a different type of disability. If that makes any sense. I know you guys know all the different types, probably. But I collected a different one because my other one didn't have enough to collect off of at that point in time of my life. So I don't know if it changes or not, but I don't know how that works. So Michelle is wow, 70. You didn't know Michelle this either? For Medicare? Yikes. I guess we're all in trouble if that's how it works. Actually, July. I have 3 months to apply and everything I own gets sold. Get my retirement home set. 3 months to apply and everything I own sold and my retirement home set. I don't know what that's saying. Your retirement home. So you're going to go to a retirement home or you're going to buy a home once you are retired. Is that how it is? Hi, Misty. Still working on this Insomniac stuff here. And it's coming together quite nicely. I've never seen what I'm doing before. Alright, 2 little pieces to go. And I cut just enough of these strips. Look at that, guys. So I didn't have any extra random size 9-inch strips left. I will have to cut a lot more 4.5-inch. And I think I'm going to chain piece in sets of 5 for now of all those 2.5-inch ones. And see, or 2.5 to 4.5, sorry, inch strips. I'm going to change it up a little. SSI, as if you have not worked enough. That's what I have, I think, because I haven't worked enough. I worked, but not. I only had like 11 or 12 years worth of work, so they didn't count it as enough. I don't remember how it works. And Scott had it too, but he was able to cash his out. So we have no retirement except for whatever he thinks that I can cash out when I'm old enough. he did whatever because he was in the military. I don't know how it works. Because he's considered retired from the military. He's a disabled retired, I guess is how it works when you leave the Marine Corps. I don't know. I don't understand all that stuff. All right. Last one of these. Now I'm going to pick up all those 4.5-inch strips, and I'm going to sew them together in groups of 5 until I have, well, I'm going to chain piece them through actually, and until I have 5 rows of chain piecing, I guess. Because I have a disaster down here on the floor right now. They're all coming up. All right, so I'm going to start down here. See how many is in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do rows of 5 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2. Oh my god, my back. 3, 4, 5. This one has 6. Let's see if I can do all rows of 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and that one had 6. Alright, so let's make sure they all have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I'm making piles of 6, so I'm going to chain piece them. I'm still taking the rows, so let me show you guys real quick. So I'm still taking the rows. See? So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm just picking them up and laying them here on the table so that it's close to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one from this pile to make 6. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this makes number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These piles have 5 in them, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so it'll look pretty cool. Kind of like the barcode. You know what the barcode kind of thing looks like. All right, so these are all rows of 5, and those can stay down there. I'm gonna turn the computer back around, guys. Hello there. Go back to where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to go ahead and adjust these real quick. Right before I start sewing. Get this in about there. This one's going to be longer, so it'll be right there. And this one's going to be shorter. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm going to definitely need more of these. I'm going to cut some then before I get started. That way I have enough. So we're going to take 2 more strips for now. I don't want to overcut just in case. So we're going to lay it right here. Oh, there it is. Find my other ruler. Why there's 2 piles is because these all have 6 and those all have 5, which works out good. So I'm just going to cut this up real quick. Let's get that selvage off first. All right, and we're going to come over to the 4.5. Let's just do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Right there, right there, right there. So 1, 2. This thing is going to be funky and awesome. Come on. 4. Okay. Add that to the pile. Put this over here. Put my blade down, and I'm just going to start conjoining all these in sets of 2, and then add another one in sets of 2. You know how I chain piece everything, so I'm going to just go ahead and chain piece everything. All right. Brenda, little acreage, little workshop. My man does woodcraft, so I want a big shop, half for sewing, half woodwork. That's the plan, anyway. I love it, Brenda. Can I come sew with you? Michelle. Brenda, you can come now. You have room, a good sewing room now, Brenda? Brenda's in Louisville, Kentucky. Got to get out and visit. You know, Brenda, when you catch me during on a Sew Sunday when Teresa's here, she's in Kentucky too. That's the state with K and Y, right? Yeah, Kentucky. She's in Kentucky too. I think she's in Greenup. I think that's what it's called. If you're close to that, maybe you guys can get together. All right. Ready? I'm going to start chain piecing these through. 1 from each pile. Okay? So let's keep them close with this. I think I'm going to do this too. I'm going to start swapping pieces around for fun so that everything has long and short. I'm going to notice it as I go, trust me. All right. Just going to start putting all these on first. And then I'll chain piece the other side, chain piece the other side. So each row gets 5 or 6 in it, but 5 hook 'em or bobbers in between. Sashing. Technically, they're sashings. Brenda, you know Teresa? From Margaret. From Margaret. Like Margaret Lowen, Margaret Lowen, sorry, Lou. I don't know how she says it, Lowen. Whatever it is. Michelle, when I was little, my dad and I would go to First House and visit my grandson every summer, and I love it there. That's cool, cool. All right, guys, I'm just going to keep chain piecing because this is like going to take forever, it seems like. If I get far enough, I'll have to check how long I've been on because I don't want to be on forever. And then I can just come back to it tomorrow. And or since I finally know what I'm doing, I can just, whatever the word is, I can just finish it up in my own spare time. You know? Finish it in my time. Need it done. Lewin. Okay, Lewin. So you know her from that? That's pretty cool. When I get a chance to ever travel, that's where I want to go visit her. But unfortunately, I can't go travel right now on airplane and stuff. Got so many things that need to be done. Plus, I'm very non-travel good. I get sick or I get anxiety or weird things. I've explained it before to you guys. I've gone as far as visiting Michelle. She's here. So far, one of you guys got to meet me. Well, that's because Michelle's my best friend, but she lives in California. So it's a little bit closer than a lot of you guys are. But I would come visit everybody if I could afford it, trust me. I want to get out someday, travel the United States, and get a motorhome and travel the United States and drag a sewing machine and fabric with me, and with each trip I'll make something new. So I could say, this quilt was made in Illinois. This quilt was made in North Dakota. This quilt was made in Idaho. You know what I mean? That'd be fun. Justin, my friend, you guys know him. He comes on here sometimes. He has one of the quilts I made that's been in every state in the United States except for Maine and Alaska and Hawaii. It's been all over the United States, in every state. So one of my quilts travels state to state all the time, which is cool. I told him he needs to start taking pictures of the quilts, of the quilt at the welcome to, you know, when you go into a new state and it has a big sign that says welcome to Texas or welcome to Oklahoma. Well, I told him he should go and set up a little tripod with the camera facing it and hold the quilt up in front of those welcome to signs so that the quilt can show that it's been traveling. Well, this quilt is now in blah, blah, blah state. I think that would be cool. He hasn't done it though because he is a truck driver and it takes a lot to have to stop the semi truck, get out, do this, do that, take pictures, and then get back on the road in the specific amount of time that the truck is allowed to run because they have rules and regulations. But it would be cool. Hi, Linda. Oh, wait. What were we saying? Okay. Yes, Versailles is nice. Close to Lexington, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's you guys talking. Good morning, Linda. Linda, wouldn't that be fun? I thought of that, but hate to drive. LOL, like a little elf on the shelf. Yeah, it'd be like the elf on the shelf, but it'd be the quilt in the state. Or where's that quilt? What state is that quilt going to be in next? You know what I mean? Something like that. It'd be kind of cool. And if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of just randomly grabbing now. I need to have at least one on every single one of these, and then I chain piece to the next side and so on and so forth. So I'm just chain piecing it all. And I must have been talking too much because my voice is starting to change. Oh, it's funny. I do still have flu symptoms, guys. Like I really have a stuffy nose, stuffy runny nose at the same time, a cough, fever off and on just a little bit, and sore throat. It's just all flu crap symptoms that were left over. So I'm making a big mess here. Screw this. I'm just going to do this because I'm tired of the reaching. Every piece is getting one, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to lay them out. You guys got the general idea of what I'm doing, so I guess I could just keep laying things out. I hope I don't lose my voice. Even clearing my throat, it didn't matter. It's still there. Oh my god, this sucks. That's okay. I can still teach with a raspy voice. Because technically all I'm doing is sashing everything. Michelle loves to drive. I love to drive too. I don't like to drive as much at night though than I do during the day. But you know that one, Michelle, because I drove to you. I love traveling. I just can't do it often. For one, my life right now with everything, can't do it. If I can do the traveling and get here to there and everywhere on a Sunday night and Monday morning and be back by Tuesday morning, it would be okay. But it's impossible to do that right now. I mean, I could take a week off and by myself go places, but if I want to take the whole family, everybody has to be either out of school or no kid, daycare, no caring for my nieces. You know, can't do any of that. I have to have a free and clear schedule for a week, or someone else can do it for a week. My lips are chapped from all the talking too. How many of you use chapstick? I'm always curious if people are obsessed with chapstick like I am. I have a ton of chapstick. It's in every room of the house so that if I need it, I have it. The baby started eating this one though because the whole thing was chopped off the end, so we cleaned it and rounded it off. She turned the thing and ate it. I don't know if she actually ate it as opposed to more like breaking it, honestly. I like that. I am. Brenda, I am what? A chapstick person? I do. I need it. Shelly is a chapstick person. See how I get to know you guys by asking these questions. So don't freak out and make it sound weird. I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to pry into people's lives, but I'm curious about the weirdest things, and chapstick is one of them. I don't ever see anybody putting chapstick on as much as I do, ever. But I talk a lot, and I do live in a really dry state, so maybe that's why. I'm not sure. I just use a lot of chapstick. Jim Bennett used it all winter. That's probably because your lips dry out from snow or something where you live, right? No, I cannot stand chapstick on my lips. I use Vaseline sometimes. Vaseline on them? Wouldn't that taste weird, though? So we got one person so far that don't like it. Brenda's addicted to chapstick. That's what I am. Like I said, I literally have one in every room. Because if I'm in that room and I feel the need, and I have like 3 in my purse, 2 in my car, one's melted though. It's super melted. So I threw a new one in there hoping that it wouldn't melt like crazy. And then they're all different brands, all different flavors, mainly cherry and strawberry. Those are my favorite. But I do like sometimes when it's cold outside, I don't know why, but I actually like putting wintergreen or mint flavored chapstick on. It's really awesome. And another thing you can use plain chapsticks for, like Carmex, for when your hands dry out. The little tub of Carmex, it's a yellow lid. This is a secret that I use. You take the Carmex lid off. You put the Carmex on your... I get really, really, really dry skin. It's like super dry, itchy right now and flaking. I put some Carmex on all of my knuckles. And then I take like winter gloves, like you play in the snow kind of gloves, and I put them on my hands so that the Carmex can sit into my skin like it would my lips. And about, I don't know, an hour and a half later or so, I take the gloves off and my skin is super duper soft, smooth. The irritation's gone. It kind of burns and tingles at first, like if you have any cracks like me and like bleeding at all. It kind of burns just a little bit at first, just like it would on your lips. But oh my God, they're definitely the perfect secret for any of you that have super dry hands. Just get the Carmex, take a little bit, rub it on. It totally helps. Vaseline does not seem as thick as chapstick. Oh, okay. Brenda's melting in the dryer is the worst. I've done that. I left it in my pocket and it went through the wash. Scott checks all the pockets though now. Jim that lives in Iowa. So yeah, you definitely have to put chapstick on because that if you're out in the snow all the time and it's like a storm and it's cold snow winds blowing at you, it's gonna dry your mouth out a lot. Chapstick definitely saves. I went up into the Grand Canyon during a snowstorm and I was so happy I had chapstick. I had red marks all around my lips because and my mouth just got so dry and nasty from all the snow and the wind blowing the snow because it was like a blizzard, I guess. And yeah, the next day, I swear, like every 5 minutes, I was putting chapstick on my lips. And by the next day after that, they were perfectly cleared up. So yeah, I'm addicted. Very much so. Can only use aloe on skin. Like aloe vera, you can only use aloe vera on your skin. I need that for my hands. Going to try that. Yeah, try it. See what happens. But make sure when you put it on, don't put it on too thick. Just put it on like you would with your mouth. And it's not the Carmex that's in the tall, like these ones, the tall skinny thing. Not that one. It's got to be the little tub one. I think that works easier. You put your finger in, you grab it, put it on. Put your other finger in, grab it, put it on. And then throw on cloth gloves. Like you play in the snow. You buy them for cheap at the dollar store, kind of gloves for kids to play in the snow. Just put on a pair of those. Let it sit for about an hour and a half. take it off, and they're so smooth. So smooth. Well, at least mine are. And a couple other people that I know that have tried it and love it. So try it and see what happens. Because you're not going to be able to rub this. The stick is just going to dig it in. You want to be able to use the little cup thing so you can use your finger. If you use the stick, it's going to dig into your skin and it's going to come off all funky. All right. I still have to sew all those ones, but I'm going to start with these strips first. So I'm just going to use my handy dandy gift from Michelle. The blade kind of falls out sometimes. It's weird. All right. So now that these are together, we're going to put more, and I think I'm going to have to cut way more strips now. This usually goes so fast. I should just like throw them now. Makes it easier. I'm still going to grab and put it the correct direction to sew the next piece. So there's going to be one cool quilt that when I'm done, guys. I'm going to check the time after I pluck all these though and see how long I've been on. I don't want it to be one of those never-ending running videos. Trust me, I've gotten emails saying that they don't want to watch my videos because I stay on so long and talk about nonsense. So those of you who say that to me, this is my channel. You don't like it? Don't watch. So that's all I gotta say. Doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. I'm not mean or rude when I write back. I just say, hey, I'm trying my best. You know, I really can't do anything about it. All right, let's see how long I've been on. An hour and a half, guys. I've been here an hour and a half. So what I'm going to do, let me click this thingy out of the way and read some comments. Okay, so let's see what we got. Do this on this. I have a lot of allergies. Okay, so that's why you put aloe. Vaseline is not that scene. Okay, try that. Can only use okay. Do Vaseline for feet. Okay, Misty does Vaseline for feet and wears socks to bed. I have a special foot. Oh my God, what's it called? Hands to foot, feet. It was a $15 bottle of just for the feet, and it smells like peppermint. So it tricks my nervous system so that my feet don't tingle. Oh my God, it's so amazing. And then I put socks on and just lay down. It's supposed to help you sleep because the nerves are in your feet and it sends it to your brain, blah, 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 blah. It's actually very relaxing. It doesn't help me sleep, but it does. It's pretty relaxing to have on my feet with a pair of warm socks. Brenda started using vitamin E. Has helped with your dry skin and scalp. Yeah, I've tried so many different things on my hands. My hands get so bad. Like I have pictures. They get so bad that the whole entire knuckle on every single finger will rip open, and I can't go like this. I have to keep my hands open like this, or they just keep cracking and cracking and cracking and cracking. And the whole sides of my thumbs, they're kind of scarred up because one of them had to be stitched back up. It split so bad that it was like, I don't know, 2 millimeter type funky thing that closed and it had to be sewn shut. They get really, really, really bad. But the bottoms don't. It's only the tops, and it goes all the way to my elbows and then a little bit on my shoulders. It's pretty weird, my condition. What part of Iowa do you live? I came from Council Bluffs, Iowa, by Omaha, just north of Highway 30, the Woodline. They need to get busy and enjoy like I do. Yes, we were almost neighbors. Wow, look at that. Linda and Jim were close together sooner at some point in time. When I take supplement 1 a day. I take 100% all sorts of supplements every day. I actually take a multivitamin that's for women over 50 because it has even more stuff in it than actual regular women's Vitagummies. So Scott started buying me the ones for 50 plus, like it really matters. But a vitamin is a vitamin. These vitamins have a lot in them. My wife's hands dry and split too. Yeah, I don't know. I live in a hot, dry state, and it gets kind of cold. I don't know why it happens constantly. So I can't wash my hands in the sink all the time. My secret is hand sanitizer. I know everyone says wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. So after I pee, I hand sanitize. After I poo, I actually wash my hands. But after I smoke a cigarette, because I don't want the, sometimes because I smoke outside, Sometimes the smell from the cigarette being held in my fingers, the smoke blows on my hands. Sometimes the smell will get into my hand, and when they're cracking, it's like it never wants to go away. So I started using hand sanitizer, the green kind with aloe, and I started using hand sanitizer to prevent having to come in the house from being outside and then washing my hands in the sink. The hand sanitizer has totally dulled down the amount of dryness in my hands, but it's really nasty. It feels like I have 100-year-old people's skin. Like, ugh. And that's why I do my nails, guys, because it makes my hand, it takes away the look of the scaliness of my hands. It's gross. I don't know. It's part of an MS thing, I guess. I have family in Des Moines. Me too, and I love to chat with everyone. I love to chit chat with everyone. I love to chit chat with everyone too, guys, as you noticed. I should be sewing more, but I'm going to get off of here because we've hit 1 hour and 30 minutes. And that's about good. I'm just going to leave all this right here. And if I feel like it later, I might cut some more 4.5-inch strips and just keep sewing them into rows. And then the next time you see me, hopefully we'll be able to put all the rows together with sashing in between. I won't get too ahead of you guys. Trust me. I want you guys to see how the progress of me designing something that had no point or purpose in the first place. I just started cutting. You guys have seen that. So as far as right now, it's almost there. It's turning into something. And it started with some funky, what was 10-inch squares that were like 9.5 inches and 9.25 inches after washing. So just remember not to wash pre-cuts because you don't really need to. And 90% of the time, most fabric is washed. I know some people have done that proving test on YouTube to prove what sizes are after you wash, or if you pre-wash, or if you don't pre-wash. Like the 3 exact same quilts. Who did that? Just Get It Done Quilting did that. And yeah, it did shrink, but the one that was pre-washed also shrank a little bit more. You know, it's like pre-washing this or not pre-washing that. I guess it doesn't matter. With pre-cuts, it's 100% different. You can't wash it. It'll fall apart. You'll lose so much in the size. So I would say wash afterwards when the quilt is 100%. So, me too. Okay, me too. I'm on last 2 blocks. Yay, Brenda, for getting it done. It's got to be fun to have it finished. Don't forget to post it in the group. I want to see. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here because or else I'll just chat about nothing for hours upon hours. So I thank you guys all for watching and hanging out with me during the insomniac time when you can't sleep and watching me make randomness and how it works when there is, like Jim said, organized chaos. There's a, you know, it has to happen. I have to make something, and I don't know what it is, but it's getting there. So, speaking of hand sanitizer, have you ever cut a hot pepper and your hands burning? Put hand sanitizer and it takes the burn away. Interesting. I don't cut hot pepper. I don't eat any kind of spicy foods at all. Red peppers, bell peppers, anything that has the word pepper, besides using pepper, like sprinkle pepper, spiced pepper. I don't know what is pepper, a spice, or whatever. Salt and pepper. But yeah. I'll have to tell my mom that because my mom eats all those kind of foods. I don't eat that kind of stuff. 100% can't because I have severe acid problems. I have GERD, irritable bowel, and diverticulitis, and so on and so forth. The list goes on. That's why I had surgery on my belly. So just know that any kind of acidic foods, tomatoes even, peppers, spicy stuff, even just dipping a chip into salsa just to get the juice from it causes problems. So I stay away from all that kind of stuff. I do eat Mexican food just without spices. So it's just like a bean and cheese burrito, you know? All right, guys. You all have fun sewing and or staying up late and or just go to sleep because it should be time now for you. Thank you, guys. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, head down there, right there. That's the subscribe button. Hit that. Get notifications when I am on, which is quite often lately, as well as my normal Sew Sunday. Don't forget to like it, guys. Like my videos, share my videos, and I will see you all on the next Insomniac Hours. Bye.